In this particular session, our goal will be to show you how to run the automated data transfer in daily position. Automated data transfer is the function that brings together all of the inbound activity, all of the outbound activity, all of the transferring between various categories of grain, such as open storage to cash grain, pricing deferred price grain, all of these things that go on. And then they are brought together and put into your daily position so that you can see what your inventory is for a grain. Now, to begin the automated transfer, which is really a very simple process, we go first of all into the daily position or the inventory. First, when we enter here, we select another grain. We always want to make sure that we have the grain selected that we want to deal with. This is a very important step. So you find the grain you want, hard red wheat in this instance. We'll double click it, and now then we're ready to run the automated data transfer. Press the button and it comes up, and what you will see is the last date that we ran this was 6/10, and the system remembered that, so it says, well, I need to start on the very next day after the last one I have run, and I'll start on 6/11, and it wants to default up to the most recent date. If you don't want today but you wanted yesterday instead, you can back that up. Now then, the grain code is W. That should have been set up, but it's always good to verify it. And then at that point, the defaults are probably already good, and all you have to do is press OK. You saw a little bit of flickering and flashing going on there, and that was going through all this process of accumulating all these various tickets and information off these tickets and placing them into the data position. If you'd like to see what might have happened, we'll take a look at the data position on screen, and you see here the most recent date that we had any activity for was 6/23. So we brought the records up from 6/10 through 6/23, which was several days. If we look at what's on 6/23 by double clicking on it, we'll see that our open storage on the 6/23 is a little under 20,000 bushels. Cash grain 37,650, etc. We have a little bit of price later down there, and you see your total stock and liability. That is automated data transfer in a nutshell. Let me show you what might happen, though, if we had an instance where, let's say that on 6/23 we found some tickets that were in error. We went in and made adjustments to those tickets. We did whatever we needed to do. Maybe we left a ticket out and we had to add it, or we had wrong amounts on it, whatever the issue is. But we have, since the 23rd, made those, and now we need to go back and retransfer this. Retransferring, again, you come in and you make sure you're in the right grain. You do the automated data transfer, and we're only going to do the one day, 06/23/15 through 06/23/15, grain code W, and we'll run that. Now in this instance, that data was already out there, and that's what the screen is telling us. I know it says error, but it's more of a warning, if you will. There are two columns of figure here for the 23rd. The left column is what was actually on the file, on our daily position file, was recorded earlier. And the only thing that happened was some outbound tickets that totaled up to 794,910 pounds. These are always pounds when you see the details like this. The second column, the computed values, are the amounts that the system just now calculated based on what it sees out there. Well, since we've just transferred this a moment ago, obviously we're not going to get any difference, but if we had made corrections, the numbers between the left column and the right column would be different. If you press OK, that means it's all right to save this and replace what's out there. If you don't want to replace it, press the cancel, and we'll retain what's out there already. Makes no difference what we do. All right, that's a little bit about automated data transfer. As you can see, it's a very simple process once everything's set up and entered. And you may run it as often as every day. You could run it multiple times within a day if you liked. You can run it, not run it for a week or so and catch up. Run a week at a time. It really makes no difference to the system. It's a matter of how current do you want to try to keep our daily position records. Well, hope this pushes you along a little bit with your understanding of daily position and especially automated transfer. And be checking in. There will be more videos available as time goes on. Thank you.